Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down the Yellow Perfect Cells Zenkai Awakening. You guys might realize the mic quality is a bit different here. That's because I am not at home, and everything will be recorded on my mobile setup here for this breakdown video, and then of course for the showcase as well. So that's why the mic quality is different. Hopefully everything is going to be the same. Besides that, the visual quality is the same. I'm the same. Just audio quality is a bit different here. So yeah. All right, so Yellow Perfect Cell. So before we even get into the actual kit breakdown, it's interesting that they decided to pick this character. I'm not sure if this is going to specifically lead into the next sort of celebration we're going to see. We did see them introduce the concept of the Saga celebrations or the Saga campaigns before the anniversary. Of course, we had the Majin Buu celebration that gave us the tag Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and we had Ultra Kid Buu drop as part of that as well. So we'll see if they sort of follow up the anniversary with a Cell Saga campaign. I'm not really sure if that's the path they're going to go down, but definitely an interesting choice that we're getting this Cell here. Definitely a good pick here because he should buff yellow androids. I can't really see him buffing, like, what, yellow powerful? I guess it could be yellow powerful opponent, but yellow androids would be a nice addition to the Gamma setup, right, on the android team, because the Gammas could definitely use some more Zenkai abilities. All right, let's go ahead and see what this guy's able to do here. Let's go into the arts area. Let's click on display. Actually, let's take a look at his stats first. Remember, we got to subtract 13K here. Okay. He's looking pretty solid here. So he's going to be at, what is that, 297 strike attack? That's pretty damn good. 297. I mean, obviously, he's a very one-dimensional character offensively. He's going to be at 297,000 strike attack, but he's only going to be at 53,000 blast. So quite a big discrepancy there between those two stats. Defensively, he's a little lower than I would like, just because when it comes to Zenkai units, I prefer to see characters in the 180s for defense. This guy is going to be hovering around 175 to both of his defenses here, which it's not the greatest for a Zenkai character, I'm going to be honest there. But offensively, his main stat, being strike attack, looks very, very high. All right, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to look at the I guess I could pull it up my... I'm using a laptop here, so it's going to be a little tougher than normal for me to like navigate through these things really quickly. But let me see if I can pull up the pre-Zenkai version of this character, and I can sort of take a look and see what's different. All right, so the blue card... so it goes from major to massive impact damage, and then he gets 20% of damage inflicted for 15 timer counts upon activation. That's the same. Okay, so the only thing that changed was major to massive, which definitely does matter, so that's good. All right, so they did mention that the green card would become a lot better. Let's see how they change this. 25% of damage inflicted for 25 counts upon activation. That is the same. Falling effects occur on hit. Okay, all this is new. None of this stuff was actually on... Well... Okay, so prior to the Zenkai, he had 22 strike arts cost for 10 timer counts on hit. That's the only effect. So now he draws a strike arts card next, gets 30 key, and gets cover null for 5 count. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so and then of course you can combo this. This is actually a pretty strong green card. I've always liked these long range, priority green cards. So, assuming you land this, he's getting 25% damage for 25 counts, he's drawing a strike card, he's getting 30 key, and he's getting cover up for 5 counts, and he's increasing their strike arts cost, and it's comboable. That's pretty good. That is very, very strong. Of course, the cover null is the most important thing about this, because it'll actually allow him to combo off of it. If he didn't get cover null off of this, it would just be like almost... it wouldn't matter at all, so it's almost a necessity to have that on here now. Alright, and then the ultimate... So this already did have massive damage. So it goes from 25% damage to 30% damage. Now, the interesting thing about this is this actually gives him just general damage for 15 counts. So even if you use this ultimate, you have this 30% damage buff for 15 counts, basically, after you used it. So it is actually like a normal buff. And then he has a 20... Oh, he actually gets... Okay, so he gets ultimate damage on top of that as well. 20% to ultimate damage for 3 counts. This is going to hit pretty hard, man. 25. So he gets 30% and then 20%. And then a 20% chance to inflict faint. And he gains blast armor. Yeah, this did not have blast armor prior to the Zenkai, so that's good. Yeah, this should hit pretty damn hard. Okay, let's take a look at his main ability here. So he draws, of course, the Ultimate Arts card next. Restores on health by 20% and ki by 30. Those are both new. Then he gets minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 30 counts. And then minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut effects activated when changing cover to self for 30 counts. So prior to Zenkai Awakening, he had minus 80% to enemy sustained damage cut, but it was only when changing cover. So they sort of split this up into two different buckets here. He maintains 30% sustained damage minus enemy sustained damage cut when they're changing cover, but he then has the remainder 50% applied at all times, which is very, very strong. I actually don't mind this. I think 50% reduce enemy sustained damage cut effects for 30 counts, that's a powerful buff. Combined with how high his strike attack is, like this should actually result in a lot of extra damage for this unit. Alright, and then Z ability is the same, of course. Zenkai ability's got to be yellow androids. Yeah, it is. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, an extra Zenkai buff for Gamma 1 and 2 is always good. Alright, let's see what his unique abilities are here. So we have 70% damage inflicted. Okay. I'm not really going to compare the unique abilities to what he had because his character's so old that I don't think it's worth really even looking at this. I mean, again, this is a pre-first anniversary character. All right, so 70% damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 50%. Okay. Minus 5 to strike and blast arts costs. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Gradually restores own health each timer count for 60 timer counts. Another 50% damage. Okay. So he's just getting 120 off the bat. He's getting card draw speed for 15 counts. Seals one enemy card slot randomly. That's upon him entering the battlefield, which is fine. I don't really mind that too much. And then it's sealed for 10 counts. Activates 3 times. I mean, he's getting some pretty good damage, right? 120 plus card draw speed. That's fine. I'll take that. All right, yeah, then he has a cover rescue ability as well. Receives 0 damage when changing cover for the first time. Following effects occur when enemy switches characters with his characters in the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Gets 20 ki, 30% to health restoration, and then inflicts enemy that should be downgrade, plus 20% to damage received for 20 timer counts. Okay, him drawing a card is nice. I don't really think these other effects are anything too crazy. I think the debuff is nice, right? The key increase is nice. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Applies the following effects to self after enemy attack is over. He restores 30% of own damage received, 20% to ki recovery. Okay. I mean, the healing is nice. Again, it's not going to be anything too crazy. I think this is probably going to be one of those units, considering how low his defenses are, where this is not really going to be a character that is like slowly taking like portions of his HP pool as damage. This is going to be a character where like he takes immense amounts of damage. Like either he's dead or he doesn't get touched at all. Is what this character is going to be, especially with every single match having Ultra Vegito Blue in there. I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's going to be rather difficult to showcase this character with every single team having Ultra Vegito Blue on it. Just really not a great time for this guy to be getting his Zenkai, but we'll see if we can manage here. Applies the following effects to allies when this character is switched to standby. 20 ki and 10% damage for 30 counts. It's actually pretty good. The fact that he even has any support abilities whatsoever. Now, 30 counts is actually a while. So you'll be able to overlap this, actually. Because, so for example, if you switch out of this character, he's applying this 10% damage inflicted buff for 30 counts. And then if you switch back into this character and then back out within that 30 count window, he's going to be stacking that for a second time. So that actually does seem pretty decent. All right, Ultimate Life Form of Despair, the final unique ability here. Following effects occur every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card. 5 ki, 20% damage for 10 counts, and then shortens allies subcount by 1. Huh. That's definitely interesting. He shortens allies subcount by using cards. So, like, for example, even if you don't land the card, so if you're at long range and you match the enemy's blast with your own blast, you're actually reducing your subcount, your allies subcount by 1, even though you're not landing it, because it says uses a strike or a blast, not lands a strike or a blast. Okay. Damage is obviously very nice. Yeah, I mean, he's stacking up a lot of damage. Okay. And then he gets +1 to the amount of special cover change used if there's a tag Android or Regen or Future. So every single tag that he has, I guess. Okay. I mean, having 2 of those available is pretty nice. I think characters that have cover rescue abilities like this are always going to have some sort of value. So, okay, I mean, he seems okay. I don't really think there's going to be anything that's like, oh my god, this guy's dominating the meta here. I think his ultimate is going to hit really, really hard. I do. He's getting 120% attack when he switches in. That's just unconditional. He's going to have the stacked up damage from every time he uses a strike or a blast card. Remember, he's getting minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut effects on his main ability. And then his ultimate is giving him a separate 20% and 30% buff. So his ultimate's going to be hitting pretty hard, and then, of course, it does have the chance to feint as well. So we'll see. We'll see. His strike attack stat is very high, so we'll see how he does. All right. Let's see if there's any equipment. I believe we should at least have an Awakened equipment here because there is a new... Oops, that's not... Oh, yeah, okay, well, there is. I just saw it. There is a reset to the Rush this week. Is that it? Is there no other equips besides the Awakened one? Let's see. Does not look like it. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Just the Awakened equipment. All right, let's see what it does. So it's the Vegito Blue one, yeah. So this is for Saiyan and God Key. Okay. So key recovery by 20%, off to a not great start here. So he gets either strike or blast defense up to 30%. Sure. HP and special move damage in the final slot. Of course, I love HP on every equip. This is just... I would say this is just good. I wouldn't say anything more than that. This is not great, but it's not bad. 30% defense, 10% HP, special move damage, key recovery. Again, it's fine. It's fine. I'll probably farm up like one of these. I don't really see... This is one of those equips where it's like, I'm going to put it on a character that doesn't really have many options available, but Saiyan and God Key, I don't know if I'm ever going to use this. Unless it's for like an uber defensive unit, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see. It's not horrible. It's not that bad. I think that's it. I saw that there were a few events releasing. There was like nothing too major. There was like a new item. I think it was like a super gold bar or something that was coming out, which I guess is fine. I think. I actually have been having a lot of issues with Zenny, so I'm okay with that. It's just there's already a lot of currency items in the game, and I don't know how many more we need. But there's that. I did see there was going to be some kind of like, I think they called it like the after party, the 5th anniversary after party. I don't know. Don't really know what's in store for us with that, but that's pretty much it this week. So we're going to be heading into August pretty soon here. So this is July 19th. I'm recording this, right? I think every prior year we have seen an All-Star banner. Well, not every prior year, but at least for the past 2 years, I think. We have seen an All-Star banner come out at the end of July on the 31st. So I think it's pretty safe to assume that like any period in between next week and the end of the month, I think is very, very likely that we see a Mega Rising banner. And then we'll move into August. I am somebody that is going to be very cautious about what I'm expecting from the August celebration, whatever that ends up being. They gave us, so let's just think about this, for the anniversary, the 5th anniversary, they gave us 6 new summonable characters in the first banner, including the Extremes. They gave us 4 new summonable characters during part 2, and then they gave us Ultra VB as the final part. So we had 11 summonable units throughout this anniversary. With how hard they went during this anniversary, I actually would not be surprised if August was a little bit quiet. I definitely expect at least to get an LF in August, because that's usually how they operate, an LF or an Ultra every month. But I would not be surprised if we did not see an Ultra character in August. So we'll see how they handle it, but let me know down below what you guys think of Yellow Cell Zenkai. Going to go ahead and jump into the showcase when the reset happens in about an hour from now. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next one.